Most relationships are not meant to be long term. The reason why we have relationships in the first place is for our own evolution and then the other's evolution, if they take it that way. So the people that we attract in our life are always going to reflect a certain aspect of us, whether that be prevalent or subconscious. A lot of the times it is subconscious, and then you keep repeating the same type of person, you keep getting the same type of person, that cycle. Honestly, it's much easier if it is a cycle, because then you're able to track what types of behaviors you're attracting. Use those as clues as to what needs to be healed in your subconscious minds. Every single relationship has something to benefit from. No matter how poor that relationship seems, no matter how short that relationship was, you still were on a frequency that attracts this other person into your life. If you did not have, it's like tuning into a radio station. That example is used very often. If you were not on that channel, if you were not channeling that frequency, you would have never even met that person. You would have never even spoken to that person. That person wouldn't exist in your reality if you weren't on a vibrational matching frequency for that person to come through to you. Having relationships is so healing. If you take the pain or take the turmoils that had happened in that relationship and you use it for your own personal growth and evolution, and in that way you won't get stuck in the same cycles that you're repeating and attracting these certain kinds of people. When you discover what inside of you, what inside your subconscious mind is bringing forth these kinds of people into your life. And once you discover that and you apply the healing onto that, then you open the door for higher vibrational people, because one, your vibration has raised as well due to the fact that you just healed that ailment in your subconscious mind. Now you have raised to a higher frequency. That means that you will attract higher frequency people, because you are a vibrational match to that higher frequency person, and therefore y'all will have a higher vibrational relationship. And nobody is perfect. Absolutely nobody is perfect. But that's the beauty of it. If you are in a relationship and you have a reoccurring problem in the relationship, pay attention to that. That is teaching you and the other person something, because you, just as much as the other person, attracted each other. So that other person also has something in their subconscious mind that needs to be healed if there's a reoccurring problem that is coming up between the two of y'all, and it has the same frequency on both sides. Most relationships do not last. It's trial and error. But the fact that these relationships are short term means that you are able to look back like a book. You're able to go back and look through the experiences y'all have with each other and kind of like tune into whatever type of frequency that relationship was, and if there was any reoccurring habits that were reflected in multiple times in different relationships, and you can go back and fix that. And then that is how you begin to attract your soulmate, or the person that is truly meant for you, that lifelong partner, by studying the past relationships, because they were temporary for a reason. The universe was giving you, God was giving you lessons to prepare you for that one person who you will spend the rest of your life with. You and that other person are living y'all's own timelines, and both of y'all have more to figure out before you see each other, meet each other, and then marry each other, and then happily ever after. But before y'all see each other, y'all have to have these shorter relationships to learn and grow from, and have that experience and master your own vibration and get onto the frequency that brings y'all two together. That is not to say take every relationship with a grain of salt, because you never know, the person that you're currently speaking to may be your soulmate, and y'all have to kind of figure out your frequencies in your own ways. It doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship, but have more experiences that help you to evolve, more experiences that help your vibration rise in order to get on the same wavelength. That also relates to the term right person, wrong timing. Anybody could be the right person. You never know. You're not looking through the record saying like, oh, this is the person I'm gonna marry, or this isn't the person I'm gonna marry. Y'all could have the most matching frequency. Y'all could be potentially lovers for life, but y'all's frequencies are not fully on the same level yet. And there needs to be more time, more experience, more evolution, more healing before the both of y'all can get to that same wavelength and then unite and then be together for the rest of your life or something, you know? So the purpose of romantic relationships, no matter how lustful it seems, no matter how disconnected it seems, it always has something to reflect and something to grow from. Because every single person that walks into your life has something to teach you. They have something that you can learn from. And it goes the same way for you. You have something that other person can learn from. And that is how you consciously have a relationship. So the concept of regret is illusionary. You technically cannot regret anything if every single choice you've made was out of subconscious programming and has a higher lesson behind it. So anything you've ever done in your past relationships, or just in general, but relationships since we're on the topic, everything you've ever done, given, said, any of your past relationships, there should not be any regret towards any of those things. And if there is, that is a frequency of resentment, which is not a great frequency to be vibrating on. If you resent anything, it keeps you tied to it. The vibration of no regrets, of flow, is a vibration of abundance, is a frequency of abundance and surrender. And once you surrender, you allow all of that resentment to fall and abundance to fill in, and new opportunities, higher vibrational things and circumstances to come into your life. But if you still hold regret, turmoil, resentment towards anyone or anything, you will not be able to put that guard down, put the gates down, and open the gates to all the abundance that wants to flow into your life, because you are holding on to regret and resentment and not realizing that every single small thing and choice that you have ever made in your life is a reflection of your subconscious programming. It happens for such a higher purpose, and you have to look at it like that every single time with anything. We are here to grow and evolve. The real learning is within everything. The real education is with life. Life is the education. Our souls are here to be educated and to evolve in the human experience. Everything is the human experience. As long as you're on earth, you're doing the human experience. So every single choice or every single circumstance or situation that happens is for your learning purposes. No matter how silly it seems, everything is for learning purposes. So circling back to the relationship topic, all the people that have walked into your life, no matter what they have done to you, or what the overtone of the overtone of the relationship, there is always a coded lesson beneath the two of y'all. And relationships are beautiful in that sense because it's two souls giving each other lessons instead of just kind of an overall experience that happens to you. It's two souls coming together to give you a learning lesson. And it's supposed to happen. Every single relationship you get into is supposed to happen. There is no mistakes. And that ties to the factor that regret should not be an option, because there is no mistakes. Regret should not be a thought in your head because there is no mistakes. Nothing is a mistake. Just take a second to reflect on the most meaningful relationships that you've had in your life that have ended. Without any bias or judgment, flip through the pages of the deepest parts of your mind and see if you have anything that you're holding on to that would attract that type of circumstance to you, without using the victim mindset, without victimizing yourself. Look at yourself without any bias and study your frequency and discover if there's anything that you are putting out that is allowing those things to come in. Which parts of you is a vibrational match to these people who are doing you wrong? Which parts of you is creating a victim of yourself? And then without judgment, notice these things, make note of these things, and begin to heal these things, and then study the new people who come into your life. See the difference between the scenarios and the relationships that you begin to attract once you discover, without judgment and without bias, the thing in your vibrational frequency that is bringing these people in. Watch how it changes as you change, because it starts with you.